Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Yager, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Yager's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we use while we are working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we provide is a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Yager has been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we will be sure to show you how to properly put that collar on and use it during your one-on-one lesson. Now, as you can see, Yager is sitting very nicely on Fred's left-hand side, which is where all of our obedience training takes place. The first command that they're going to go ahead and demonstrate for you is heeling, and heeling is simply appropriately walking on a leash. You're going to give the command, Yager heel, and you're going to start heeling. And Yager should fall in line nicely, heeling at your left-hand side, not lunging behind or lagging behind on that leash or lunging ahead on that leash. Also incorporated into our heeling exercise is an automatic sit, so anytime that you're out walking with him and you stop, he should sit nicely at your left heel position. And there's an example right there. Fred stopped and he sat nicely. And then he gives the heel command again and starts walking, and they're heeling appropriately. Don't wait for Yager to start walking, just start simply walking yourself, and again, he'll fall in line. The next command they're going to demonstrate for you is the stay command, and the stay command is a hand and voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm and inch or so in front of his muzzle and the one-word command to stay. Then walk out to the end of the training leash. Now Yager should remain seated in this position throughout the entire command and should not move. This is a great command to practice frequently throughout your day to help build up Yager's ability to stay for longer periods of time. Start at about 1 minute and slowly increase your time intervals up to 3 minutes. Fred returns back by walking all the way around and behind. Yager does a fabulous job remaining seated throughout the entire command, and Fred's going to let him know that by giving him a little pet on his head. And now they're going to run through their heel, sit, and stay for you again. It is important when you're working Yager through his commands that when he completes them appropriately, you're using lots of praise and positive reinforcement, whether it's petting him physically or giving him a verbal good boy praise.
Okay.
Now they're going to demonstrate the recall or the come command. Use Yager's name, use your leash to have him come in directly in front of you, make sure he sits, and heel him to around back to your left-hand side around the back of you where he should sit nicely. Good job. And Fred's going to demonstrate that again. It is important that when you call him in, you use your leash to kind of reel him in and make sure he sits. That is to help promote the appropriate behavior of coming in and sitting to be greeted versus jumping up on yourself and guests. Very nicely done. You want to make sure that when you're practicing your commands at home, when Yager comes back, that you are practicing both indoors as well as outdoors to generalize your commands, but you also want to make sure you pick an area at first with no distractions and slowly incorporate your distractions. Now the next command they're going to demonstrate is the first of our down commands. It's the down from a heel position. Again, use the open flat of your left palm, but this time straight down towards the ground, and the one-word command to down. Then give the stay command as you did with the sit stay and walk out to the end of the leash. Again, the same as the sit stay, he should remain laying down for the down stay throughout the entire command. Practice this one also frequently throughout your day to help build up his ability to down stay for longer periods of time. This one's about 3 minutes, working up in time intervals to 5 minutes. Fred goes and returns back by again walking all the way around. Great job to Yager. And they will demonstrate that again. Also, when you're practicing your commands with Yager at home, you want to make sure that you are generalizing them inside your house, as well as doing about a 10 to 15 minute formal obedience session, such as this video here, every day, at least for the first couple of weeks to a month, just so that you get a better feel for the commands, and Yager gets a better feel for responding to the commands from you. Now they're going to, he got up, so Fred's going to put him back down.
Stay.
First words out of his mouth were no, and they're going to demonstrate the come command from the down position. Good job. So when he does not complete the command appropriately, first words out of your mouth are no. Repeat the command. If he does not follow through, then it's no, followed by a correction on the correction collar, which again we will demonstrate for you during your one-on-one lesson. Now this last command they're setting up for is the down from a distance, and for this command you're going to leave him in a sit-stay and walk out to the end of the leash. And from the end of the leash you're going to use your right hand to then give the down command.
Down.
Good job. Very nicely demonstration of his commands. So we've demonstrated for you today all the obedience commands that Yager has learned here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Yager, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.